Hi guys, Piotr here. This is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. As usual, it's my pleasure to be with you again. Today we are going to discuss how to trade support level, what to look for, how can we profit when it comes to the support level, as well as we are going to discuss what to look for, how can we profit when the market is approaching resistance level. So without a further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So today we are going to discuss support and resistance level, why they are so important, how to draw the lines, how to draw the levels, how to draw the zones, and how to try to trade based off that levels. So first thing first, we have to understand how to draw the lines, and on each time frame is going to be the same. The difference is going to be if you are a medium-term trader or if you are a short-term trader, day trader or scalper, and that's what we are going to discuss as well. So first thing first, let's try to examine how we may want to draw the lines. Well, when it comes to the support, for me, I like to have few levels. Basically, it might work based on the rising candle when it comes to the support after the falling prices, and after the rising prices, when we have the falling candle the next day or other time frame, that's where we are going to start to draw the lines. Depends on what has happened. So here we have a daily chart of the euro dollar, but the drawing the lines is going to work the same way on the weekly, monthly, 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want. So the basic stuff is to understand how to make it. And well, how many traders, that many schools, how to try to make the support line, how to try to make the resistance line. So let's start with the euro dollar daily chart. Let's make the chart a little bit bigger, all right? So what I'm looking for is always the price action first, right? So let's start with the latest thing here. So in that case, on the euro dollar daily chart, from here, we make new higher high, right? So that's very significant development. From here, from that bottom, we make high, we went through the latest resistance, okay? That's quite important. Then we broke through that line, so that's also quite significant development. So my first support line based on this latest rally would be based on this particular low over here, all right? And as well, I'm going to use the combination of the previous falling candle and this rally to also try to make where is the swing. And in that case, we are going to place the line over here, and the final line is going to be the upside break. From that perspective, I know that I have a strong possible supply between these lines, all right? So that's the quite significant. Now, let's have a look and check another example. For example, here, that was the breakout candle. We made higher high and we made the pullback from here. That's gonna be important from, for example, buying perspective in the medium term. Why? Now, let's have a look what we have. We started to make the break from here. Okay, that's the breakout line, all right? But also we have the possibility of the creation of the swing over here. So let's place another line. And there you go. And we have very significant development here I'm going to discuss in a second. So that's the way I'm drawing the line. Another resistance line this time, it might be based on this rejection and this possible swing high. So let's make it a little bit different, not to mismatch everything. So that would be the swing high, all right? A little bit different color. You know that I'm using different colors for different setups, different time frames, but today I'm going to try to make the difference we are talking about, okay? So that was the another possible drawing the line of the possible supply, and as you can see, we've seen the rejection. Now, based on that, if you are a medium-term trader, you are looking for, usually, that's what is written in the books, retest of the support, right, and trying to trade higher. In that case, that would be very significant move, and you may want to work with your stop. But then suddenly we have retest, and we even take out the stop. Look at this lower shadow over here. So that's when my strategy comes into the play, okay? Because there are three ways to try to trade support or resistance level. We are going to discuss in a second. But let's try to make a few more lines just for you to understand how to make it. This time we have the cable over here, right? And in very important, significant is somewhere around this level over here. Why? Because from here we went lower, much lower. So that's where I'm going to place my first line over here, okay, based on what has happened in that particular case. Also, look from where we made upside break. From here we were starting, and here it was the candle of the break to the upside. So I'm going to place few lines over here. So first line is going to be based on the bottom of the breakout candle, right? Then of the bottom of this rising candle. And again, here, as you can see, we might have the developments related to the possible swing low. There you go. So another line. From the higher time frame perspective, okay, it might be difficult. It might be difficult to trade because you have to be patient. If you are a medium-term trader, you have to understand that your stops are going to be bigger, so your rewards have to be bigger as well. But as we are going to discuss within the second, how to use this type of the developments, trying to trade day trading, trying to scalp, trying to make the short-term trades, all right? Because what I like the most is not, again, it's not to try to trade off the support line, is trying to figure it out if we have false breakout or false breakdown, if we have some kind of the stop count and what we might do with this. So let's examine this really, and let's place another line from here. And as you can see, we went even lower. So from the medium-term perspective, your stops would be much, much wider. So your eventual profit taking, it has to be higher. But if we are going to make the switch to the lower time frame, so let's examine, for example, latest developments when it comes to this exact touch and eventually stop count. So let's have a look what we have on the shorter time frame. Okay, let's switch lower. Let's switch to the hourly chart. And as you can see here, we made quite few significant breakout levels. Okay, let's make it this way. And let's put few lines. So that was the possible supply over here from the short-term time frame and over here. Okay, so from the hourly chart perspective, it was nothing else than the stop count. If you are short-term trader, if you are a scalper, then you may wanna switch even lower. Let's say to 15.5 or even for the execution purpose, 1 minute chart. Okay, so let's have a look lower what we've seen. It was the strong rejection. Okay, and of course the close of the candles was much, much lower. Okay, so this particular zone, if you are going to see the retest, might be your entry zone when it comes to the lower time frame. We have 15-minute chart, but probably even better would be to check it on the 1-minute chart. And we have this retest. Why is so important from the shorter time perspective to be the very patient trader? Because you want to have very small space between the entry and the stop to get as much as you can when it comes to the risk-reward ratio. That's the very important and significant development. And that's what has happened here. Okay, let's try to find another example. Let's get back to the hourly chart. And well, let's have a look at what we have from the support perspective. Let's place another line over here, all right, and take into the consideration from where we started to fall. Okay, so let's place another line or make extension of this particular line over here. And let's have a look what we have on a daily chart when we were testing that particular zone. Again, let's switch lower. So first thing first, we retest and broke and quickly reverse the move. Very quickly reverse the move, all right? So in that case, we are looking for the possible trade based on this upside break. And as you can see, from that perspective, that was our possible setup with the very tight stop, all right? In that case, 3R would easily reach, at least 3R. So that's what you have to think about when you are trying to trade based on the levels. For those who knows me for a quite long time, you know that I love to trade the horizontal lines and I love to trade based on some kind of the stop count. So I like to see on the higher time frame that we are leaving lower or upper shadow and we are retesting some these levels. That's the basic stuff. We are going to get back into that with the more details in the further videos, but for now I strongly encourage you to make hundreds of examples. Try to adopt the strategy for yourself, because as I mentioned, there are plenty of different schools how you may want to draw the lines when it comes to the support and resistance. Do your own research, do your own homework, and with details and some tips and tricks, of course, we are going to get back in the further video. With that being said, wish you great next trading session. See you around, take care, and goodbye.